from Canuterra Foods, guys, and this is
the Canuterra Cook from Buns.
okay, so could you imagine the Caribbean and Italian
together?
Yeah.
Can you imagine what will come out of that?
Exactly. So today I'll be showing you guys how to make the perfect crispy pork belly. And then we're going to be doing a Buns to make a beautiful sandwich
with the pork.
With the pork.
And so you had this overnight?
Yes, I had it in a brine with sugar,
right,
and salt, and Chinese spice.
Chinese spice, and that's overnight.
Overnight.
Right, and submerged in the brine.
Yes.
Perfect.
We need to pull out some of the water in the pork. So that's what, if you could look.
The salt.
Some of the,
The salt, yeah. And then we're gonna submerge it in this boiling water.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna boil it for how long?
Just maybe about 20 minutes.
Okay, and then we're gonna add onions and
star anise.
Star anise. Okay.
I'm gonna be putting that in the
Beautiful.
water. We just want to infuse the water.
Okay.
Yeah, and
with more flavor.
With more flavor.
Because there's not enough in the pork.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right. So I am submerging the pork in the boiling water. We're going to be cooking that for 20 minutes. So guys, the pork is done, and I am going to just remove it from the heat. And the hot is coming, and just drain off all the water from here. I'm so sorry I have to throw out all that water, guys.
I know,
the water smells so good.
I was gonna make a soup.
I didn't know you wanted it. I'm gonna take it off.
Okay.
Good. You wanna do that for me?
Yeah, I can do that for you.
Put it in here. We have to wash it. We have to put it down. It's a big, heavy.
That's a big one.
Yep.
Okay.
Over here, we need to cool it down. So I am washing out mostly all of the salt from the pork, because you don't want the pork salty. You just want the flavor, but you do not want too much salt.
Okay, so I'm going to take this.
We're going to put it down, meat side down.
Okay.
Yes. Perfect.
All right, and now I'm going to.
We're going to this.
We're going to keep pounding it.
And take off all the water from there.
Okay. Is this for lunch later?
Yeah, you can put it in the fryer there too.
Yeah.
Fry everything.
Even this little guy.
The pork, because then that is what's going to make it very crispy.
That must be very therapeutic, stabbing.
I know,
right?
But as meat, I'm only stabbing, right?
Yeah. And with what kind of oil we're going to fry this in?
We're going to fry it with the canola.
Oh, the canola. Okay. Okay.
And then we're going to be pouring some white vinegar.
White vinegar?
Yeah, over here.
Just regular white vinegar. And what does the white vinegar do?
Just some flavors you want to incorporate in here.
Work it in?
Yeah. Work that baby
massage?
in, yeah. That feels so good.
Oh boy.
So we're just going to leave that to sit for a while. And then we will get the oil ready to fry it up. I'm just scoring it to make it fry faster, and so that the skin could come nice and crispy.
And we submerge that entire thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Guys, we are going to be frying up the pork. Wow. Definitely. Whoa, look at this.
Look at that, right?
So,
Look at this. Crispy fried pork. We're gonna put it in the middle of bao buns.
yes.
With our homemade or your homemade coleslaw.
Yes.
Right? And maybe some of my hot pepper sauce. But
Yes. Jesus. Chinese spice.
like,
Oh my gosh.
oh, look at that. Beautiful. It's running clear. Beautiful.
You want to slice little pieces like that? Like one slice? Right. Whoa.
This is on another level.
So in here we have like 2 1/4 cup of
All-purpose flour.
all-purpose flour. I'm going to go in here with 1/4 cup of skim milk powder.
It's all measured out. 1/4 cup of skim milk powder. Okay.
2 tablespoons of sugar.
All white granulated sugar.
1 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder.
Awesome. And we have 1 1/2 teaspoons of active dry yeast. I put that all in?
Yes. And I am going to go in here with my hands. Your hands are the best tool.
Not the KitchenAid, right? The hand
No,
is
the hands, yeah.
The motor never runs out.
Exactly.
Right? We don't gotta plug it in.
The rice. And in here we have 3/4 cups of water, of warm water,
Lukewarm water, okay?
and 1/4 cup of oil.
Avocado oil.
Yes, I
Awesome.
use, yes.
Okay, put it in.
Yep.
Nice and slow or all
Yep,
together?
just all together. And I'm gonna go in here with my nice little tool, my hand, and I'm just going to go and mix it out. And that's what you call bao buns.
That's perfect.
The bowl has to be nice and clean.
Nice and clean.
So I'm going to put it aside and I'm going to put a little bit of
All-purpose?
all-purpose flour on here. And I am just going to go in here and knead it for 5 minutes or until all the dough is nice and smooth like a baby's bum.
Any kneading techniques? I know when I do the pizza dough or any bread, it's pulling, pushing back,
Well, it's
like a
almost
heart.
like, yeah, it's almost like the same.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna keep kneading until we're nice and smooth.
Yes. I'm going to shape it into a ball and cover it up in a bowl for 90 minutes until when it double up in size. So you have to cover it up for saran wrap. So guys, the buns have just doubled up in size of dough. So I am going to go in here with a little bit of
Flour the surface, okay?
and I am going to remove all of the air with a little bit of oil. So I'm going to take off all of the air from
the dough.
From the dough, yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
So we want no air bubbles.
No air bubbles.
Okay? And you're kneading it again. You're bringing
Yes.
it into it. You're
Yeah.
folding it like a wig wallet.
Yeah.
Right into a ball, okay? Look at that. Look at how you work the thumbs.
Yeah.
Amazing. There's no KitchenAid that has thumbs like that.
Exactly.
That just works in those, right?
So do you want to help me to
Of course.
to roll out that
Yes,
dough?
yes.
So, yeah, we're gonna roll it out and
Yeah.
so we can do. And guys, look at this. I made the most expensive
A cylinder.
Yeah.
For
A dough cutter.
a dough cutter. Look at that.
Yeah, the most.
You must have paid a lot of money for that.
Yeah, $500.
So, and what size you want me these to make these?
Yeah, we need a 14. We need 14 of.
Wow, 14 of those.
Yeah.
All right, so I think
That's how tiny those.
because they're gonna puff up, right?
Yes. Do you want me to help you?
I know why you gave me this job because I feel like I'm back at the gym.
Yep.
And I haven't been at the gym since March.
Yep. So we are going to be cutting the dough. We need 14 of those. Did we get 40?
Jolie?
So I'm going to be
Oil? Yeah. What do we do with the oil now?
so we're going to be putting a little bit of oil on here so we could. So when
May I?
Yep. So we're going to put it onto one of the parchment paper. All the parchment paper is already cut. And we're going to be folding it in two because, one second.
Sorry.
We're going to be folding it up in two and then we're going to be rolling it out to be making the buns. You see, guys?
Everything good is very time consuming. Everything good is time consuming.
Okay, guys, and we're going to be placing it on a line tray.
Okay?
On the tray. Alright?
Perfect.
So, when we fold it up in two, rolling it out so you could.
Just like that.
And then placing
Just
it
like
on.
that.
Yep. Guys. Absolutely.
Is it okay if I try one?
Sure. Why not?
My arm.
Okay, guys, and be placing it on.
Okay, so I take it,
Fold it up in two.
fold it up in two, and then from the rear here,
Yeah, it doesn't matter how you roll it, just
like this,
Yep.
is good,
perfect.
right?
Open it up again with this way. No,
Oh,
like this way. You need to widen
like that way too. Okay, so we're just widening these things.
Right.
Okay, so on parchment,
Yeah,
and then right in here. Now, will they be cooked, steamed on the parchment?
Yes. So the bao buns are done. So we're going to be covering them up and then putting them in the oven to double up in size.
We're gonna cover it.
Yes.
We're gonna cover it, put it in the oven. Don't put the oven on.
No.
We're just gonna have them like proof.
Yes.
For how long do they proof for?
Maybe for about 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Yes.
And then we're gonna start steaming them.
Steaming them, yes.
Okay.
So we're going to be putting the bao buns in, the little buns to
May
steam
I?
like baby. Yes, you could do that.
Like this.
Yeah, carefully.
Let's steam. All right, so our bao buns for our crispy fried pork go into the steamers here.
Perfect.
This is a real big one, so it's mine because I didn't have breakfast this morning. We're gonna put one more in
For Victoria.
for Victoria.
We're going to steam it for 5 to 10 minutes. And then turn off the burner and leave it on for 5 more minutes. making a coleslaw for the
Bao Buns. Crispy fried pork.
Right. Yes. It's the key word. So in here I'm going to be putting a tablespoon of Dijon mustard.
Right. Beautiful. And this is for the coleslaw.
Right.
The dressing for the coleslaw.
I'm going to be putting in here like about
mayo.
2 tablespoons of mayo. And I'm going to be putting about a tablespoon of horseradish, creamy horseradish. And I'm going to be putting a nice squeeze of fresh lemon.
Give it some nice zest.
Yes.
That creamed horseradish really comes through. The mayo makes it velvety. And that Dijon gives it a nice flavor.
And I'm going to go in here with a little bit of salt. And pepper.
May I?
Yep. And some freshly ground black pepper. Perfect. Now we're going to give it a good stir and set that aside. And I have my handy dandy
Peeler?
no.
Oh, look at that. The little teeth on it.
Right, and look at what it does.
We're making matchsticks. Oh my.
You see? I'm going to be shredding some
Carrots.
carrots to put in.
Can I just taste?
He has to taste that. The carrot tastes better when he tastes this.
I feel like I'm on like Diners, Drives and Dives and I'm Guy Fieri. That guy wants to taste everything.
I know he wants to taste everything.
Everything. Look at this.
You see, guys?
So where does that go? Right in here?
Yep. I'm going to be putting that right in here. And then we have the shredded cabbage already.
Shredded cabbage. Beautiful.
Yes. We have 2 kinds of.
So green and purple cabbage, or red
Yes.
cabbage as we call it. I don't know why they call it red, but it's purple.
It's purple iron. I quite agree. And we have some green sliced onions.
Wow.
And some.
Look at that, pumpkin seeds.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
So we're going to be having that crunch to the salad. And we're just going to be
Mix it up.
that up.
And then we're going to add our dressing. Beautiful. And mix it all up.
Yep.
Let me get a glove. I'm going to get a glove on and do that for you.
Yes, you could do that. Guys, we are going to be also shredding some kohlrabi. It's fresh from my garden.
I feel like I'm at the hairdresser. Look at this.
And I have my assistant.
Ross, the Canuterra Cook, is an assistant.
Yeah.
A good one too.
A good one. We're just going to be adding those together.
Okay.
And I am going to be.
We're going to add that now too. Okay.
Yep. That looks so nice and scrumptious already. And you see he's working his, you know?
I got a number 2 on the KitchenAid here.
Yep.
Twist. It's called Twist. It's something the KitchenAid doesn't
Right.
have.
Wow.
And it's amazing how you perfectly put enough dressing in there, or you made enough
You see?
dressing. You see, that's
Yes.
experience. That's
Yes.
experience, Victoria.
This is
Good to the last drop.
yes. perfect.
All right.
Guys, the bao buns are done, and we are going to be making some nice sandwiches.
All right. Homemade coleslaw. Some spicy mayo there. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. You know what? We're gonna put some on this one here. This first one, we're gonna put some Canuterra heat. Look at that.
Oh, that looks so good already.
I know I'm gonna pay for this type of heat after.
Ooh, look at this.
Look at
Oh
that.
my gosh.
Do we have one each?
How is it? Oh my gosh. Mm.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for joining me today. Mm.
Mm. Mm. Mm. Mm. Mm. Oh my god.
Wow.
Mm. Mm.
We're gonna put some of this on.
Some on it, yeah.
So we got spicy mayo here.
Oops. Yeah.
Okay, sit. High five. High five. High five.
Oh.